In chapter 2855, the story delves into the emotional aftermath of Julian's sudden confession of love to Kiera and the steps taken by both to navigate this unexpected turn in their relationship. The chapter explores Kiera's internal struggle to accept Julian's feelings and his determination to prove his sincerity. After Julian's bold declaration, Kiera, feeling overwhelmed, leaves the martial arts gym abruptly. Julian, seeking advice from Kendrick, is counseled to give Kiera space to process her emotions. Kendrick suggests Julian either stay at the gym or return home to help their mother, Mrs. Karen, with cooking. He chooses to return home, understanding that gaining the favor of Kiera's family, particularly her mother, could aid in winning Kiera's heart. Kiera, outside in the cold and snow, uses the brisk air to clear her mind. She doesn't wander far before heading home, thankful for the proximity of the martial arts gym to her house. Inside, Mrs. Karen is busy preparing hot pot dishes, a comforting meal for the cold winter evening. Upon hearing her unexpected early return, Mrs. Karen inquires about her presence, noting that it must be snowing outside and offering her hot ginger tea to warm up. Kiera, caught off guard by her mother's questions, fabricates an excuse about needing sanitary pads, which convinces Mrs. Karen for the moment. This interaction highlights Kiera's discomfort and the lengths she goes to avoid discussing her real reason for leaving the gym early. Mrs. Karen's knowledge of Kiera's menstrual cycle adds to the awkwardness, but Kiera quickly escapes to her room to avoid further questioning. In her room, she lies on her bed, grappling with the reality of Julian's confession. She reflects on his words, questioning their truth and feeling as though she is dreaming. Julian's claim of falling in love with her at first sight and his desire to marry her seem surreal to her. She has always perceived herself as unsuitable for love due to her mother's numerous failed attempts at setting her up on blind dates, which made her feel undesirable and only seen as a friend or buddy as men. Meanwhile, Julian returns to the Karen household and offers to help Mrs. Karen with the cooking. He sees this as a strategic move to endear himself to Kiera's family, believing that winning over her mother could make his pursuit of Kiera more effective. This act of helping with the household chores also signifies Julian's willingness to immerse himself in Kiera's world and make genuine efforts to be a part of her life. Back in her room, Kiera continues to ruminate over Julian's declaration. She is torn between disbelief and a growing hope that someone as accomplished as Julian could truly love her. Her self doubt, fueled by past rejections and her mother's incessant matchmaking, makes it difficult for her to fully accept Julian's feelings. Kiera's internal dialogue reveals her vulnerability and the emotional barriers she has built to protect herself from disappointment.